Hey Variablast, I know you wanted these to be written out, but you know what? I'm a really crappy speller, so I'm gonna make a quick video. Hope you don't mind overly much. First challenge, and by the way, these are really good challenges. The challenge is as follows. Define God in a concrete, testable, meaningful way. The problem with this is that God, heaven, hell, angels, yada yada yada, they weren't meant to be testable. And if you were to look at if there is a creator, and I believe there is, the creator would have to be, at least initially, outside of his creation. Now, what does that mean? Oh, I forgot to toss in souls. Now what does that mean? That God exists anywhere other than outside of the universe? Possibly. Does it mean that he exists inside of the universe? Possibly. I hope I remember to edit out all these ums. It makes me sound retarded, but the idea of that you mentioned in your video, that you can define New York, that you can define a dog, that's because that's stuff that you can see. Can you define an atom? Can you actually describe an atom as you see it? You can describe it from the mathematical point of view. You can describe it from a model that you see, or a picture that you see, or looking through an electron microscope, one of those super electron microscopes. I've seen one of those. Those are very cool looking. I believe it was an electron microscope. Anyways, you can define it because you can see it by that, but all that is a representation of what's happening. What you're asking to be described would be as difficult to describe as describing what black matter is. And we know black matter exists, but we can't find it. We know black holes exist. Can we describe one? Mathematically? Sure. Can we make computer models? Most definitely. But to be able to actually go into a black hole and see what's there? Not scientifically possible. Not even in theories yet, but we're still pretty relatively new about that. So what I'm saying is God, angels, devil, heaven, hell, soul, Easter Bunny. Okay, well, Easter Bunny shouldn't really be on there, but from a atheist point of view, probably does. The way I look at science, the way I look at all the physical world should be, if you do believe in God and you're a scientist, then the way I look at it, you should possibly be trying to figure out the mechanisms that God put into place. A theist would be wanting to look, in theory, would be looking into their soul, into their heart, and expanding upon it. If you're a creationist, well, you're just trying to stupid down the entire planet. So what I'm saying is to define in a concrete, testable, meaningful way for any of these things would actually be impossible, because they would actually be outside of the creation. The closest one you could say is the soul, which you would go into subconscious, and from the subconscious you go into the superconscious. I don't know if you believe in the subconscious. Let's just go and say that you do, or you don't. Really doesn't matter. The subconscious is the mind underneath. I'm sure you know that. Underneath your conscious mind that processes, like, without even acknowledging. You know your cat's over there taking a dump, because it processes that, but you're really not thinking about it. So yeah. But to define any of these in concrete, testable, meaningful way is in fact impossible. And that's why they call it faith. was never meant to be testable. I've said before and I'll say it again. Scientists came by tomorrow and showed me a stamp of approval, a glyph, whatever, on the DNA. I'd probably look at that boy and slap him right in the face, because you shouldn't be able to find evidence. It should be a matter of faith. Some people can live by faith, some people don't. I define myself as a Christian transsexual. Does that mean that most Christians would accept me? No. Do I care? No. They're not walking my life. I ain't walking theirs. I find it sad that most of them, or at least a lot of them that I've talked to, say that they need every single word in the Bible to be right. And, oh yeah, to give some validity with what I'm saying, I know the Council of Trent happened. I know that entire books of the Bible have been taken out, and I still don't care. I know the Ark didn't happen. I know that Adam and Eve isn't the way that it happened, but it doesn't matter because I take it on faith. I'll probably post a different response than this later on, because I'll probably be thinking about this for a little bit, but these are just my initial reactions. So until next time, stay safe, stay frosty.